You are never gonna believe what just happened. This is really fitting for this video. I just filmed a whole video which took me nearly 1 hour, and I just realized that the whole damn thing was being filmed on slow freaking motion. But this is going to test me because this is the exact point of this video. I am going to go through how to build discipline and how to build resilience for a woman like you who wants to actually build their empire and turn their passion into profit in 2025. If you are new here, I want you guys to be able to come in, click on the video, know that you're gonna gain some things that you can go and start doing straight away, and then actually gain something from the videos rather than thinking, another thing to think about, because then I'm gonna become the reason that you girls are procrastinating. That is not the point. And I don't know about you, but I am so sick of all of this. Have a bubble bath, you're gonna be successful. Be an aesthetic girl and then you're gonna be successful. If you just have like a 300-hour morning routine, you're gonna be successful. I'm just gonna tell you now, you're not gonna be successful. Unless maybe you wanna be an influencer and you wanna do aesthetic content, and you know what, I'm kind of low-key jealous of the girls that do because their life looks so great. I am not that. I am someone who has run multiple businesses my whole life. I have been a business owner since I was 16 and I'm now 28 years old. Multiple times, I was a personal trainer, I was a coach, I've been in coaching for so many years, and now is my time to show you how to do the same thing and actually build a life that you absolutely love by going into your core mission, leaning into that thing that's been like niggling at you for such a long time, and really being successful. I don't want to give wishy-washy advice, and this is not going to be that generic video where you think, oh my god, here we go, another one where she's going to tell me to wake up at 5 a.m. No, I wake up at 8:30. There is no way in hell you're going to see me waking up at 5 a.m. And yes, one day I was that girl. I have been there and tried every single hack under the sun. I have tried the 5 a.m. routine. I have tried a 2-hour morning routine. I've tried switching off at a certain time. I've tried this, I've tried that. I have tried everything that the gurus online have been telling us to try to make us more productive and actually achieve our dream life. When I will tell you right now, there is only one thing you need to know. And I'm going to take you through chapter by chapter why discipline and resilience and consistency are the only cocktail that you need to be able to be the business boss that you want to be. So if you are new here, welcome. My name is Beckie Hughes and I am a coach and I am also a dance instructor. I own my own dance company called the Army DC, and I also have a business called Project Heard, which is my coaching business. We have a community called Sisterhood HQ. We have a program called Front Center Fast Track, and we also have a mastermind called Passion Purpose Profit. And we basically build women from the ground up to be able to do what they actually love for a living in whatever that looks like to them. And every single person is different, so I'm not going to give you generic advice that every single person is telling you online because it's just absolutely useless. And I am just going to be the girl who I wish that I saw on the internet all of those years ago when I was trying to look for the right thing for me and make my life better, when actually I didn't realize that my life was already fucking great. I loved my life. I absolutely loved it. But everyone else was telling me, you're working too hard, you're doing too much, or you need to rest, Becky, you need to slow down. When I tried to do that, and I have tried for months to do that, and I tried to just like take a step back, you know, like have a bath, relax, like rest, I thought there was something wrong with me. I went through so much in my life. I went through trauma. I was an athlete when I was younger. I went to court and I dealt with some really hard things. And what I realized is that going through all of those motions and going through therapy and seeing everything flipped around, my life was turned upside down. The state at which I am happiest is when I'm working, when I'm building, when I'm doing the thing that I love to do every single day and working towards that core mission in any vehicle that is, whether it's dance, whether it's self-development, whether it's business. I am always constantly trying to grow. And that is massively within my ethos. And it's something that I want to be remembered for when one day, God forbid, not anytime soon, I'm not here anymore. I want to be remembered for those things, like for being the girl who just showed up and told you, you know what, this is what you need to do, this is how you need to be, and I really hope it helps you. And you're going, okay, thank God she told me at the time. You know what, it stung a little bit, but you know, Becky, she was so real and she was so honest and she really just told me how it was. And I really want you to feel like I'm going to do that for you. Some things I say might sting. Some things I say might not be as soft as other people. Definitely won't be as soft as other people, but one thing is for sure is that you're going to get the brutal, straight, direct, honest version of me, and that is the only version of me that I want to show up with, the only version of me that I know how to show up with. And I want the same for you girls, you know, like I want to show that women don't just need to be like soft and flowery to have it our way. We can actually be bold and brave and outspoken and be celebrated for it. And you know what, so we should be. So in this video, I'm going to tell you how I went on this journey and all of the chapters that it took to actually build the empire and build the business that you've always wanted to build from today without the wishy-washy advice. And just a reality check, get out the bath. So here is the first thing. You need to cut out the 2-hour-long bubble baths and like the really aesthetic morning routine and making your life look so perfect and journaling for 300 years a day. You just don't need to do that. Those are the things that might help you in one way, but if we're talking business and building an empire, it is not going to be the most efficient way to get you to where you want to be. If you are someone who actually wants to grow a business and build concrete on the ground so that you can level up and level up all the time, and that's something that you really, really, really want to achieve, then we need to focus. We need to scrap all of the things that are fluffy and making us procrastinate. And sometimes even doing like self-care, self-books, self-love, self-reading, self-this, self-that. To some extent, I'll be honest, it can actually be a massive form of procrastination. And the reason I say this is because I am someone who lives and breathes podcasting. I love podcasts, business podcasts, mindset podcasts, self-development podcasts. I love them. This is not because I don't like them. I absolutely love them. But what I have to tell myself is, okay, Becky, enough learning. Let's just put all these points that you've learned into action and do them, because nothing happens without implementation. There is no point learning all of the tools in the book and then not actually doing anything with them. And I'm sure you've heard this 1,000 times before. So I'm gonna make this really, really clear and really, really easy for you so that you can scrap off some of the things that you don't want to do and actually do things that are tangible that you do need to. First things first, success isn't as pretty as you think. And I'm not saying this to put you off, but I'm saying this so that you can have a really realistic idea of what's to come. And to come is hard work. To come is sometimes late nights. Sometimes you might have to do things because you have a deadline to hit. Sometimes in life and business, curveballs are going to come your way. And instead of having that mentality of like, everything happens to me, because that was once me, everything happens to me, oh my gosh, like, can I not just catch a break? It's like, no. You look at it and you reframe it differently and you think, okay, this is what happens. Sometimes, to the best of us, and the ones who are actually trying to go out and get it, we are always the ones who are going to have to deal with everything, because we are the ones that get to deal with it. We get to be the person to solve the issue. Business is all about problem solving every single day. So to be able to say, I am the person who gets to solve this problem, who gets to help those people, who gets to turn my hardship into positives, who gets to teach and nurture and help and guide other women or whoever you're helping, you get to do those things. And then to have that reframing in your mind, you're then going to be able to turn all the things that society will say aren't nice and aren't that pretty, like not going to bed at a certain time and not having your 2-hour ritual in the morning, be perfect, because that's not what's actually going to get you there in the first place anyway. You're gonna feel so much better when every single day you're just doing things to get to the main end goal, and you're not always just, you know, like, I need to do this and I need to do that and I need to do this and no, find the mission, get in the car, go towards the mission. And if things happen along the way and you need a little break from time to time, this is also normal. But don't try and be perfect at absolutely everything all the time and expect it to feel amazing every single time you wake up and open your laptop. Like, that's not business. What feels good is the mission and the passion, and the thing that you love doing the most is what you get to do every single day. That's what you love, not always the tasks inside it that you delegate later. But for now, when you're in your building stages, you want to get really used to learning and growing and doing things that you're not used to. So girls, it's not always going to be beautiful and it's not going to be aesthetic, and we can just get out of the bath that we're in for 2 hours and stop doing these long ass morning routines that everyone's going to say are going to make you a successful person. They're not. And if you've already tried them, I'm sure you've probably seen there is enough evidence to show that it's not going to work just to be procrastinating over how long you are doing your skincare routine for. Wake up and do the work. Chapter number 2, do what actually moves the needle. So one thing that really, really helps me is time blocking all of your days, and time blocking it with things that are actually going to move and push your business forwards. For example, you don't want to be spending loads and loads of your time just like cooking lunch and doing things that are not going to move the business anywhere, like creating an Instagram reel for 5 hours. Yes, you need to create an Instagram reel maybe, but can you not just schedule 45 minutes max to do this so that you can spend the next 4 hours and 15 minutes doing something more productive? So literally from the minute I wake up, I have blocked out every single hour, even half hours of my day to have certain things in there. My first 30 minutes is simply get ready, drink a glass of water, take my probiotics, have the to-do list done for the day. Done. Next 30-minute block. Or you can literally put down one task at a time and how long it's going to take you to complete that one task. So how long is it really going to take you to read your emails? Is it going to take you 5 hours? Or if you just set a timer for 30 minutes, will it take you 30 minutes? You get it? So time block your days, and I do this in my calendar. I'll see if I can find this for you, like this. So you literally have absolutely everything hour by hour written out for you, and you know exactly what's coming every minute of the day. And then you're gonna feel just so much better when you end the day, and you can look back being like, I really stuck to my list. I feel so much better now. I feel really clear-minded. I got things done that I needed to. I didn't spend too long on the wrong things. I haven't got this massive to-do list that's still ongoing because I didn't get to even reach those tasks in the first place. You get it, right? So time blocking your day is so key to actually moving the needle forwards with tasks that are going to help you grow and elevate in your business, rather than just procrastinate and go round and round in circles and doing things for no reason, like getting inspired when, even though that is key, of course, not all the time and not on your working day, maybe at the weekend when you've got some free time. Number 3, you want to build discipline, not rituals. This is because it doesn't matter really what you do. No particular diet is going to help you lose weight. Just the same way that if you were to meditate for 10 minutes a day, that's not going to be the thing that the whole universe need to be successful. No. Every single person's ritual, quote unquote, is going to be completely different. Mine, for example, might be I need to dance for 10 minutes in the morning. I need to make sure that I put loud music on when I'm ready to work. Those might be the things that help me. But to someone else, that's going to feel like they are ambushed and it's like the worst thing they could ever possibly think of in their life, and they might need that 10 minutes. But that is not the point. The point of this is that no matter what the ritual is, how many times a week, a month, a year are you actually going to stick to this thing that's going to make your life better? How many times can you do this consistently? How many times can you stick to it? Because that is what's going to change things for you. Not the thing, but how consistently can you do the thing? So if you have something in your life that you know, if you do it for 10 minutes, if you do it for half an hour, whatever it is, and it's actually going to make your life better, it doesn't actually matter, and people are going to come for me again, what the thing is. What matters is how consistent you are with the thing. So pick something that you enjoy, not what other people enjoy, because every single one of you is going to be completely different. And for me, again, like I say, it's building energy. I like energy from first thing when I wake up in the morning, and it sets me off perfectly for the day. And if I don't, I see a massive difference in my productivity levels, my happiness, how I'm feeling, my energy, the vibe I'm giving off to other people, how I'm showing up for myself, how speedy I'm working, all of those things. So find your thing and then stay consistent with it for as long as you possibly can, and make tweaks along the way depending on how it's working for you, only after you've done it for a long period of time. For example, every day for like at least 8 weeks to see some slight habit changes and how things are working out for you. Okay, chapter number 4, I'm gonna give you the lowdown and the real talk on sacrifice. Now, business isn't always going to be this pretty glorified game, and I know that sometimes we look at other women like, oh, they've got it so together, and like she's really got her life together and everything looks great, and why can't I be like her? And you're constantly comparing, and then you're getting inspo, but then you feel like shit, and all of these things. And I'm just gonna tell you straight, because not many people will, and a lot of people try and sell you the dream. I'm not gonna do that. Business is fun and I love it, but it is really, really, really hard work and a game of resilience. And how far can you get to the end? The only way you're going to get to the end is if you know your why. Why are you doing this? What's the end goal? What's the core mission? What do you want to be remembered for? Why are you doing this in the first place? Who are you trying to impact? What's the reason behind it? When you have a why that is big enough, the how, i.e. the discipline, the things that you need to do every day, are going to take care of itself. It's not going to feel like hard work, even if you hate the task. You're going to know in your heart, like, this is going to push me forwards to get to that core mission. And that is what feels amazing, not the actual task itself. So yes, it's going to take late nights. It's going to take sometimes where things get in the way. It's going to take sometimes when things are going to feel a bit like, oh God, do I really have to do this? Another day of answering these damn emails. You're going to have days like that. And luckily in business, you actually make more money so that you can hire and buy back your time, so that you have more freedom. So all about being shallow and buying material things. Money isn't all about that. Money is about buying back time for the things that you actually hate to do in your life. And this can even come down to like your washing and your cleaning and like doing the dishwasher. You can pay for all of those things and outsource everything when you have the money to do so, because you worked so hard at the thing that you love to do and really spent time on the things that you hate doing, and then bought it back because you deserved it. You see what I mean? So you can really see the light at the end of the tunnel when you start moving differently, when you start reframing and looking at the why and getting really, really deep in your core values and what's important to you. Because sometimes saying no to the long self-care routines and the bubble bath and the extra cute early mornings in bed with a movie and a cup of tea is necessary. You're gonna have to just say no to those long amounts of procrastination that used to happen. And now, if you're anything like me and you hate doing that anyway, because I am someone who doesn't really like to rest anyway, you need to give yourself permission to live like that. And for a long time, everyone was saying like, Becky, you need to rest more, you're doing too much, you're working too hard, da 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 da. So I actually tried to take a step back, and I actually tried to say, okay, you know what? Maybe everyone's right. Maybe I should take a step back and look after myself a bit more. So I try and take like longer breaks and like slower mornings on Thursdays. I had like days off to myself on Saturdays where I was just doing a whole lot of nothing. And I was just miserable, to be honest. I wasn't my happiest self. I wasn't vibrant like I normally am. I wasn't jumping out of bed. I didn't have a mission. I wasn't working towards anything. And because of that, I actually then realized that not everything is going to be the same for everyone. There are so many women like me, and you are obviously one of them, which is why you are here to the end of this video, who are just like me and wanted to hear this advice. And I am just here to give you the permission that if you need to work longer hours, work them. If you need to get stuff done to a deadline, just do it. If you need to do things beyond what anyone else is willing to do, guess what? That's why you will be more successful than anyone else will be. And girls, I promise you it's possible. I promise you it feels amazing. And even if you're sat there on your laptop working, it doesn't mean it's unhealthy, because what these other people who are probably telling you this are thinking is, number one, they probably don't do a job that they enjoy. Number two, they might be in a 9-to-5 working job, which means that it feels long. It feels like long work, because normally in these industries, they have one role, right? Like one certain department that they're in, and they hate their job because it's really monotonous and mundane. Whereas when you run your own business, you are doing everyone's job, and therefore life is never boring. This is not because they're bad people, but they're just never gonna understand it until they do it themselves. And most of the time, people do have your best interest at heart, and they do want what's best for you, but you need to hear it from somebody else who has actually been in your position and is where you want to be right now, or is going to be where you want to be in the future. And girls, I just want to say this now. If you are feeling like everyone is telling you that you need to do something else, just take a moment to yourself, take a step back and think, right, do I really want this for myself? Am I doing this? Do I love it when I'm working? Do I love business? And just think, do you actually enjoy it? If the why is big enough, like I said, the how will take care of itself. Discipline and resilience are the only things that you need to get you there. And those things are going to be built off the sheer motivation that the why is going to create for you. So if there's one thing you do today, go and do the inner work and find out why you're doing this, and then slingshot yourself back and forth rapid into doing the work. Move, 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 and move. I cannot stress to you enough, guys. Whatever that looks like, time blocking your days, finding your why, going towards that thing in the future, just keep it moving, and you will find out whether you're going the right or the wrong way faster if you go the wrong way than if you just don't go anywhere at all. It's better to just go in a direction and then think whoops and go in another one quicker than to just like stand around and like wait for the perfect time, because guess what, my dear? There is not one. And try running 4 businesses whilst going to court and dealing with a really horrific court case and going through 4 years worth of whatever. That's on my Instagram. If you want to see that story, you can go and see it. But this is why I'm big on this stuff now. There is never going to be a right time. You are always going to feel like life is against you if you allow yourself to. And I promise there is another way. So I really hope you enjoyed this video. Thank you so much for staying until the end. It might sting a little bit, but just skip the perfect Pinterest mornings, skip the bubble bath, skip the things that are just making your life slow down and procrastinate. Have a word with yourself whether all of these self-development books that you're reading are actually putting you in the right position to propel forwards, or if it's just another excuse to procrastinate over something productive, okay? I love all of this stuff, I really, really do, but I'm saying this to you because I am her, okay? Not because you are wrong, but because I am also her. And if I don't just stop watching podcasts, I will never stop watching them. I will watch them for the rest of my life and never get any work done because I'm constantly learning all the time. So show up for yourself, show up for your future. It is a choice that you make. I promise you can do it, and start chasing what really sets your soul on fire. You're gonna see an amazing change, and go and take things away from this and action them straight away. Let me know in the comments below what you did do, what landed for you. If you are gonna do something after this video, I would love to hear it, because then I know what really, really helped you. When things are really sitting with you, please like this video and subscribe. I am brand new here, and it really, really means a lot that you stayed until the end. And if you would please support my channel and continue this journey with me, I would love to get to know you girls in the comments. So thank you so much for watching. Follow me on Instagram, and if you want more videos like this, I have done so many 2025 videos I will put right here on the screen for more ways in which you can level up your future. Thank you again, and remember, success isn't built in the bath, it's built in the grind. Mwah.